Steelers. So let's get you up to the Steel City. Standing by in Pittsburgh, here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Green Bay Packers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll run for the first time with Lacey. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And for this offensive unit, Eddie Lacy, sometimes he even has the Auburn fans saying roll tide.
Now that's big right there, because for them to say that, wow, that tells you how good a talent he really is. When he gets rumbling, the field tilts in his favor.
Maybe I overstepped my bounds there a bit, but he's good.
Brandon, you never want to get in the middle of Alabama versus Auburn.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's brought down after a good gain. A big gainer there on 3rd and 1. 30 yards.
In that situation on 3rd and inches, it's not a surprise that you're going to have big-time guys up front trying to stop things, so you've got to win the leverage game. The offensive line did that. They got lower than the guys in front of them and pushed them aside. But even they had to be surprised at what the result was. That kind of yardage on 3rd and inches, that's not what you get on every play. All offseason, the talk in Green Bay was, we're getting Jordy Nelson back at receiver. We're getting Jordy Nelson back. And, boy, he announced his presence really well in the first game ever at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minnesota. The first touchdown scored officially, not in preseason.
Yeah, not preseason.
Regular season. Jordy Nelson scored it. I don't think the Viking fans were real happy about that.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. That is caught by Cobb, and it's a Packer touchdown. Randall Cobb from 10 yards out. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. And he's able to put it through. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. They come out here in the eye. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
Listen, there's no mistaking that the Pittsburgh Steelers are missing Le'Veon Bell and the talents that he brings to the field. He can do a little bit of everything. But for the 2nd season in a row, DeAngelo Williams is bridging the gap really, really well.
237 yards now in those 2 games. And Bell will obviously get his carries when he gets back, but Pittsburgh has to love that they have both of these guys in a couple weeks.
I think that just increases their offense in such a big way. And it really takes me back to the days when DeAngelo Williams was part of a really good running back tandem in Carolina.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Now it's Roethlisberger. Now bad hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on 3rd down. And complete right side to Cook. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure out the passer.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Man, how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They run. It's Lacy. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Eddie Lacy, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Second and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. He's going to take another. And got his man complete. It's a big play. Roethlisberger to Brown. 42 yards.
Not the tallest receiver on the field, but he just shouted to admit that the little guy can't go downfield and make a big-time catch on a deep pass, because sometimes they'll just out-scrap you for the football.
They'll run it with Bell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set, and that 3-4, you got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams, but when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
They'll give this to Bell running right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Again, it's Bell. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Ladarius Green from 10 yards out. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. And oh, it's blocked. This is going the other way. But he will not be able to bring this one back, in the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And his throw here's incomplete. You know, partner, 2 weeks ago before the season started, we made our Super Bowl predictions, and I can't even remember who you took. Who'd you take?
I took Green Bay and New England. I went on a limb.
You're looking good.
Listen,
yeah,
I went on the strongest limb I could find. And right now, New England off to a 2-0 start. Who knows?
I went on an equally safe limb. I went Steelers over the Panthers. Panthers with that week 1 loss, but Big Ben and company 2-0.
Well, they only lost to the defending Super Bowl champs.
That's acceptable on the road. The left side throw complete to Adams. A big play there on the catch and run. 78 yards.
That was a nice pickup, some chunk yardage there. Some of those big yards downfield with a little bit of rack thrown in there, a little run after catch, and it came on a crossing route. I could just hear one of my friends who won 4 Super Bowls as a quarterback always said the same thing. What route does a defense hate? Crossing route. Hate it, hate it, hate it, because it's hard to change direction when they get going full speed in the other way.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Eddie Lacy with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers add on to their lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting back.
There goes DeAngelo Williams. He's at the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. DeAngelo Williams, 84 yards. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
On first down, Rodgers. And Cook has it, left side. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. If you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
They'll run it with Lacey. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Eddie Lacy on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Extra point try now for Crosby. And the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now out come the Steelers. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Darius Hayward-Bay, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And they'll get 32 yards there, and it'll be a Green Bay first down. 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. Flush to his right. His throw caught right around the 6. It's a gain of 20 that time. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jared Cook, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Packers add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And this will wind up being a poor decision to bring it out as he's out of bounds shy of the 20. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust, and this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity to try to put points on the board.
And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we all...
There goes D'Angelo Williams, the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. D'Angelo Williams, 81 yards. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. A look at the offense now here coming back out on the road for their first possession of the 2nd half. Rodgers now on 1st down. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They go play action here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Now I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule. where the offensive player fumbles the ball, goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. And they're going to speed things up here. They stay on the ground on first down with Lacey. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Back across midfield, he's sacked at the 46. Second down, sacked by the defense. What type of pressure will they bring here on 3rd? We'll see. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Steps away to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now Rodgers escaping the pressure right. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell him, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. He's going to let this one go deep. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands right there.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. And now they're in the hurry up. Here's Rodgers. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the fourth quarter. First and goal. They'll try to pound it in with Lacey. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And last year, that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year, he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Second down following the incompletion. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger going up top, and that's caught inside the 35. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown, 75 yards. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. And he'll bang that one through. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Well, for a second there, I had flashbacks to a few years ago, the NFC Championship game for the Packers, but here they're able to hold on.
And many things changed in Green Bay after that game. Personnel, people coaching, the whole deal. And in this case, they get it done. No fail like they had in Seattle.
They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. And look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
Flushed out right, out to the flat for Lacey. 10 yards on the pickup there, and that leads to a Green Bay first. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. And quickly, they get to the line. To throw, it's Rodgers. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Aaron Rodgers Rodgers taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now Roethlisberger, hauled in by Wheaton over the middle. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Here we go. It's Roethlisberger on 4th down. And he locates Wheaton complete. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. Green with a catch left side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Ladarius Green. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Oh, and you just can't do that. 15 yards on the roughing the kicker call.
Absolutely inexcusable. The kicker's in a defensive position, and he just gets taken out.
And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Rodgers looking to throw. He'll set up the screen to Lacey. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those. Not an ideal spot to be on first down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in 2nd and manageable.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Lacy. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Surveying the field. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on it.
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And, well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. This to make it a 3-score game late. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession there, and you'd have to say it's not like him to come up short on a kick like that.
Yeah, and it's real easy for me to say this, but anything in the 40 to 49-yard range should be pretty automatic for an NFL kicker, especially in terms of at least getting it there. So you're right. That is a surprise if this would come up short. And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Now Roethlisberger, he's going to let it fly. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay, because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Now the Packers get set to go. Only 1 timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have 1 timeout left.
And that will be incomplete. Looked like it might have been intercepted, but he's out of bounds. And a good thing, too, probably. That would have cost him yardage. But now they'll get the ball back on the